NASA just announced its plans to build a moon base, and there's a lot to unpack. Today, NASA held an event called Ignition, and amongst many things, they laid out their roadmap for the moon, Mars, and beyond. This is a first update with a lot more to come, but here's a very high-level summary of just the moon base part. First, let's recap the recent changes to Artemis. We know Administrator Isaacman wants to increase launch cadence. It's just too slow right now. Artemis 2 is still going to launch as soon as April 1st. Artemis 3 in 2027 won't land humans on the moon anymore, but instead stays in low Earth orbit to test the docking of the commercial landers, as well as test the new Axiom spacesuits. And Artemis 4 in 2028 is now the first actual lunar landing. After Artemis 5, NASA wants to land on the moon every 6 months. Now to the new changes. Gateway, that planned lunar space station, is officially paused. NASA is repurposing much of that hardware for the moon base itself and shifting focus entirely to building infrastructure on the lunar surface. The moon base plan has 3 phases. Phase 1 is where we are right now. This is about locking in the architecture. Architecture in space terms means the full system for getting somewhere and back. The rockets, the landers, the orbits, the procedures. For the moon, that means getting all of that reliable and repeatable before you build anything permanent on the surface. Right now, it's very complex. It's not all just on one rocket like Saturn V for Apollo. For Artemis, we have to coordinate multiple launches, one to launch Orion and one to launch the landers. This phase also includes ramping up robotic missions, rovers, and technology demonstrations. Phase 2 is establishing full moon base operating capability. That's power systems, rovers, communications, everything needed to actually operate on the moon. Phase 3 is achieving semi-permanent crew presence and building out the habitats, and NASA is adding cameras to all of this for a live moon base construction feed for the public. NASA also spoke about its nuclear power plans, including a mission to Mars. They plan to launch a nuclear-powered spacecraft called SR-1 Freedom before the end of 2028, the first of its kind. When it arrives, it will deploy helicopter drones to explore the surface. A lot of that technology for those drones came from Ingenuity, NASA's Mars helicopter. Rest in peace. It'll also help prove out the nuclear technology needed to power the moon base itself. This is a whole big ol' vision, so let me know which piece you want to learn more about so I can do deep dives and follow along for updates.